balancing. Binocular balancing is the final step of subjective refraction. You can say it is the last step of subjective refraction. And the binocular balancing is mainly performed not to balance the visual acuity of the patient. It is done to balance the accommodation of the two eyes. The binocular balancing is not usually performed if the patient is monocular or if the patient have no accommodation. That is, if the patient age is more than 60 or patient is pseudophakic, we can't perform binocular balancing. The main aim of binocular balancing we have already mentioned, that is to balance the accommodation between the two eyes, not to balance the visual acuity of the two eyes. Always remember it. Say for if the patient's visual acuity is right eye visual acuity is 6/6 and left eye visual acuity is 6/12, then we can't perform binocular balancing. For binocular balancing, the visual acuity both eyes must be equal. There are mainly two methods by which we can perform binocular balancing: alternate occlusion method and prism dissociation method. And first we will discuss about prism dissociation method. In prism dissociation method, first of all we have to put the monocular subjective value, final value in the trial frame, and obviously the name indicates it is done binocularly. But other tests, other subjective tests like fogging, duochrome, it is always performed monocularly. But binocular balancing is performed binocularly. And for binocular balancing, we have to keep the subjective value, final subjective value in the trial frame. There are two methods for binocular balancing. The first one is the prism dissociation method, and the second one is the alternate occlusion method. So first we will discuss about prism dissociation method. So for binocular balancing, in the two methods, both the methods, first of all we have to put the monocular subjective value in the trial frame. Then we have to form the eyes with the help of a +1 or 1.5 diopter lens, depending on the accommodative capacity of the patient. So this is the monocular subjective value which we have find out with the help of a different methods like fogging, duochrome, ZCC, astigmatic crocodile, etc. After getting this value, we have to put +1 or 1.5 diopter in front of the both eyes. So in prism dissociation method, with the help, as the name indicates, with the help of a prism, we can dissociate both the eyes. So for dissociation the eyes, we have to put 3 prism base up in front of the right eye. To put 3 prism base up in front of the right eye and 3 prism base down in front of the left eye. But how do you know which is base and which one is apex? The thick portion of the prism is called base, and the thin portion, this is the thin portion of the prism, that's why it is called apex of the prism. And because of base down or base up effect, the patient will see two images which is separated vertically. The upper image is seen by the left eye, because in front of the left eye we put base down prism, so image is shifted upward. So upper image is seen by the left eye, and the downward image is seen by the right eye, because in front of the right eye we put base up prism, so image is displaced downward. Then ask the patient to look at 6/12 line. Then patient will see two 6/12 line, one above and the other one is below. So ask the patient which 6/12 line is more clear, upper one or lower one. If the upper one is more clear, that means the right eye image is more clear. If the downward image is more clear, it indicates the left eye image is more clear. But if the patient reports that both the lines, both the 6/12 line, upward as well as the lower one is equally clear or equally blurred to the patient, that means both the eyes already accommodatively balanced. But if it is not balanced, then what will you do? Then we have to put plus spherical power in 0.25 diopter step. Say for in this case the right eye image is more clear, So we have to put extra plus 0.25 diopter here in front of the right eye. In front of the right eye, we have to put plus 0.25. If the patient still reports that the right eye image is clear, more clear, then again you have to add more plus power. Say for 0.5. Then after putting plus 0.5, now patients report that now both the lines are equally clear. That means both the eye now accommodatively balanced. Then what we do the next step, you have to defog the eye binocularly. That means binocularly you have to reduce the plus power. Binocularly you have to reduce the plus power like this until the patient can read the 6/12 line comfortably. 6/6 line comfortably. And this method is called prism dissociation method. The next method of binocular balancing is alternate occlusion method. And for alternate occlusion, it is similar to prism dissociation method. First, you have to put the subjective value. Then you have to put +1 diopter for fogging. Then ask the patient to occlude the eye alternately like this, and ask the patient for which eye the 6/12 line is more clear. If the patient in prism dissociation method, with the help of prism we can dissociate, but in alternate occlusion we ask the patient alternately occlude the eye and ask the patient to look 6/12 line. And if the patients report that both the eye 6/12 line is equally clear, it indicates the eye is already accommodatively balanced. Then no need to introduce any plus power to make it balanced. But if the patients report that left eye image is more clear than the right eye, then you have to put plus spherical power in front of which eye? In front of the clear eye. So in this example, we have to put plus power in front of the left eye because the left eye image is more clear. Then gradually increase the plus power until both the lines are equally clear for both the eyes. Then after equally balanced, then you have to decrease the plus power binocularly. That is called defogging until maximum visual acuity is achieved binocularly.